What is going on, guys? Nathan here with a Killing Floor 2 gameplay commentary. Now, Killing Floor 2 right now is in early access as a game. It is available for $30 on Steam. But I wanted to give a sort of first impressions video. Now, again, this is an early access, so this is all going to be based off of a significant lack of content, I would say. There's very limited, a very limited amount of maps and guns and whatnot. But I still wanted to sort of give my impressions because it is a pretty fun game. And I think it'll be even better once it comes out. So, the good things I would have to say about this game is that it's a very good sort of mindless zombie shooter. I don't think it's very strategic, to be honest, although then again, I've only played in normals where it doesn't take that much skill to sort of survive, other than just the boss fight. But I'd say it's just visually appealing, very satisfying zombie shooter. And one thing that I'm very glad about with this game is that it's very well optimized for being in early access. I consistently get above 100 frames when I'm not recording, so and I run pretty much everything on Ultra except for shadows turned down, and I think the texture filtering is at about 4 times. But even with like anti-aliasing, the game is very well optimized, runs very smoothly, and I'm very satisfied with that. Honestly, I think pretty much all games should be this well optimized. You know, if you took, for example, GTA 5 for PC, that game runs smoothly while you're in game, but like it's weird things where some games have where it's like the GTA 5 like main menu is super laggy. It's like it runs at like 15 to 20 frames per second, and that's just the menu for some reason. But anyway, this game in particular is very well optimized. Everything is smoothly, or runs smoothly, so that is awesome. Also, I would really like to comment on how visually appealing this game is, and that's part of, I think, what makes it so sort of satisfying in terms of getting zombie kills and stuff, is that not only does the game look good, which it should, but the sort of like headshot animations, or not really an animation, but just how the zombies react in terms of their gore and blood splattering everywhere is very, very satisfying. You know, once you get those headshots, you see the zombies' heads just pop open, and it's very satisfying. One other aspect of the visuals that I really like about this game too is that I think the zombies, and especially the special type of zombies, are legitimately intimidating. So the Skrakes, for example, are the sort of tanky guys of these special zombies, and they melee you for a decent amount of damage. And the thing is, just the way that their animations flow and how they're modeled almost have like an almost real sort of muscle stature, and once they charge at you, it's very intimidating, and that's like really good to see that even though like these are zombies and I don't even know what they're infected with or whatever, but it's just nice to see that like even though they're just mindless zombies, they can still be very scary, and like that's always a good thing to have in a zombie game. Also, I don't even know what the name of the class is, but the glowing green guys with like the drill hands, I don't even know what they're called. Tells you how new I am to the game. But those guys are also very scary because like I don't know, having drills for hands obviously is just wicked, but also their sort of charging animation is ridiculous too. Like they look legitimately angry and pissed off, and that's like they just have very believable animations, which I really like in games. For those of you who have followed me for a while, I really like it when games create this sort of entrenching atmosphere in terms of just getting immersed into the game. So to see very realistic zombies is something that I especially enjoy. But there are some things that I would like to see in this game still. First of all, the first thing that I am concerned about with this game, again, it's in early access, so this is going to be entirely changed probably once the game comes out, but there needs to be more replayability in the game. So far, I believe it's just one game mode. It's just survival. You last until like X amount of waves. There might be, I think there's between 4, 7, and 10 waves. But like, I want there to be different sort of zombie game modes, some sort of like objective oriented thing. There should even be, like, I think there should be a much more in-depth leveling up system. Like, I want to earn, even though it's pretty common in games, you know, even like more RPG-ish type games like Far Cry and stuff, but I want like a perk system where I can actually level up my character and have certain abilities. And you can even sort of classify those perks by what class you're playing. So if I'm a really high medic, obviously I'm going to have like really helpful healing type of perks and stuff like that. And I'd even like to see, in addition to, like, you know, maybe if you have some perks from leveling up. And I mean, I recognize that there are currently some perks for leveling up, but I want something, I want to, you know, put points into something where it's like, oh, you can now heal players for 50% more, or like, you have now unlocked this gun, which is especially good in some way. So I want almost like a Skyrim leveling system. Like, I want to have like some sort of like skill trees that I can fill out and eventually build up to like a final skill, which is really good. So, and then another thing that you could even do to increase replayability is to be able to upgrade your guns in some way. So, and even have more guns, to be honest. But like, if I really like the medic assault rifle, for example, then I want to be able to upgrade that gun. Maybe have some sort of currency that I get from leveling up, and I can unlock certain attachments or whatever, or even like a silencer, so that I don't alert as many Zeds to aggro me or something like that. But there's like a ton of stuff that even I could think of off the top of my head that would increase the replayability of this game, because right now, as it is, again, it's still in early access, so this is probably going to change entirely. But like right now, as it is, I don't see how like the content of this game can keep me around playing for more than 50 hours. So I definitely like to see just more different things that I can do in the game. I would also like to see smoother spawning in for the zombies. As it is right now, I'm pretty sure the zombies just sort of spawn near you somewhere, and sometimes you can actually see them pop in, which is, again, not very immersive. As I said before, I really value games that sort of create an immersive environment, but seeing, you know, the Scrake just appear somewhere and almost just start charging at you is not very immersive, and I'd like to see that done a little bit better, especially on the snow map. There are zombies that can spawn on the roof, and actually in sort of the main area where a lot of people like to hold, you can actually just hard scope that roof and watch the zombies just appear and then shoot them immediately. So that I'd like to see fixed, I guess is not really the right word, but just improved. And then I would also like to see like more class diversification. Like, I want to have more effective classes. Like, if I choose the medic class, and I keep using the medic as an example because I really like that class. If I choose the medic as a class, I want to know that like I serve a certain role on my team that nobody else can fill. Like, I know medics have access to like healing grenades and stuff, and like, okay, commandos are more gun focused and berserkers are more melee focused, but like there aren't specific perks or like one thing that I can really point out, which makes me not proud, but know that like, yeah, I'm important as a medic. And you know, the berserker next to me can go, yes, I'm also important as a berserker because I can do this. Because as it is in the game right now, you can actually buy the guns and weapons from other classes. So even if you're a medic, you might be earning commando experience by just buying commando guns and still just like throwing heal grenades. So essentially there's like no reason to play the class that, like, so if commando has good guns, for example, but I also want to be able to heal my team, then I can just play a medic as with commando guns, and I can totally do that. So like, I'd like to see the classes separated a little bit more. Like, if I'm a medic, I shouldn't have access to this OP shotgun or whatever that the support might have or something like that. So that's that. And I'd also like to see more zombie types. And and there should be more of a zombie strategy. Now, this might be a little bit hard to program in terms of AI and stuff, but like, okay, so here's the thing, like, if you're a developer, you can look at a Scrake and see through player experience that, okay, when a Scrake goes in to a bunch of the players, they try to focus him, and one of the main strategies is that, like, one person will sort of aggro the Scrake and the other ones will shoot him, and then somebody will typically throw a heal grenade to damage both the Scrake and heal the person that's sort of aggroing. So you could see that and say, okay, well, maybe we'll throw in one of the sirens with the Scrake and do it in such a way where, like, the siren is almost protecting the Scrake. So there's that level of strategy, but also just more zombie types. Like, I want to face different zombie types. Like, I want to see, you know, even you could have, like, certain waves are based off of different zombie types. So, like, for one wave, and this is even borrowing some design philosophy from, like, Man vs. Machine from Team Fortress 2, but if you did a wave of, like, okay, of, like, really tanky guys, so, like, the drill guys and the Scrakes, and that's gonna be this wave, or even another wave, you might have just a bunch of really, really tiny guys, or really, really fast guys. Like, to me, just having, okay, so, like, the spider zombies, for example, whatever the low level, not low level, but, like, the low to the ground black spider zombies, I don't see how those are any more special than the regular zombies, other than that they're just shorter. So, like, I want to see those guys get, like, really fast and, like, just have some sort of diversification among the zombies. So just more zombie types, and that would be amazing as well. And again, that would add to the replayability, because you might not, I mean, you might be seeing more than just 4 or 5 types of zombies, so that would add to I don't know, just being able to be matched against different types of zombies. And then the last thing that I'd like to see from this game is just, and this is more of a mechanical thing, but less erratic gun models, or some sort of way to remove the gun models, because as it is, like, the gun models are okay when you're stationary and stuff, but I feel like they're so massive on your screen when you're, like, sprinting or something like that, that it feels like the gun model is taking up, like, half of my screen sometimes. And I don't know if that's just me, like, being used to Team Fortress 2, just turning gun models off, or just not playing as much, you know, Call of Duty or Counter-Strike as I used to. But it feels like the gun models are almost suffocating as they are right now, so I would like to shrink those if possible a little bit, or just have some way, like, even like a console command for people to just turn them off, or have it in, like, in the options or something, just a straight check mark or not check mark or something like that. But that's pretty much what I've thought about Killing Floor 2 so far. I'm not sure, as it is obviously in early access, you might want to wait until the game fully comes out to purchase it for $30, but I can say that for early access, this game is definitely good. All it's missing is even a couple of game modes and a lot of maps, because there's only 3 or 4 maps right now. But whether or not it's worth it to purchase it for $30 is up to you. I am only a simple sort of messenger delivering what I believe to be some flaws and good things within the game. So that's pretty much the video, guys. Thank you all for watching, as always, and feel free to leave a rating on the video if you enjoyed it. And that'll be it. So thank you guys for watching once again, and bye-bye.